said good day, sir!
Okay guys, welcome, thanks for tuning in. My name is Epi and we are here with game 3 of the Defense Evil Geniuses against Quantic. Game 1 went to EG and they basically won very convincingly. Then came game 2 and Korok said, okay TA, you are mine, and they won game 2 in an equally convincing manner. And now we are here with the third and decisive game already in the draft. Happy to have you guys with me. And let us see how this draft's gonna unfold. I will just quickly go and close my window so you don't hear like loud cars passing by and stuff like that, so we can focus on the draft.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dollar team ban.
Alright, very sorry about that guys. I am back, and as I said earlier, the draft has begun. Game 3 EG against Quantic. Naga Siren has been banned out every draft so far, and so has Lycan. And Darkseer made his way through the first ban phase in the last game, and Quantic were glad to pick him up, even though EG were the ones with the first pick, and they actually grabbed themselves up Morphling. So I don't think they will be trying any more of those shenanigans in the near future. And there we go, EG says, okay, bye Morphling. Ban him out in the first ban phase. So Brumala has been completely ignored in both drafts, so we can relatively safely say that she will not get banned out, she will not get picked up. We got one last ban to go for though, and Quantic is probably just considering whether or not that is going to be that Darkseer. Okay, so they go for Tinker. They don't want to give that one away, and so they will probably give up a Darkseer now. But that is based on the assumption that yes, EG is now back to normal mode. And they grab themselves up that Darkseer. Leshra actually left the pool. Leshra Shadow Demon will be a nice double wombo combo that Quantic could be picking up right now. But then again, we got a bunch of other powerful heroes left in the pool. Rubik has been picked up within the first 3 picks in both games. So the odds are high that he will get picked up now again.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
As you guys can see on the left and the right, the International 2 is happening from August 31st to September the 2nd in Seattle. That should be an event of a lifetime. And we can all safely assume that this is going to be the most epic clash of Dota pro teams that has ever happened, especially in terms of skill level. And I'm just very, very much looking forward to that. Then again, guys, if you guys are living in Germany or close to Germany, or if you guys will be in Germany in the next 2 weeks, then head yourselves over to Gamescom, because we'll have a Dota 2 tournament there as well. To be exact, we will have 2 types of tournaments there. One will be the German WCG qualifier, so we will be seeing teams like We Has Asian and Übelst doing their thing there. And right afterwards, that will be on a Thursday, the German WCG qualifier, and from Friday till Sunday there will be the Samsung European Challenge, the Samsung European Encounter, SEE, for Gamescom Cologne, and that will be for I think 5,000. I think they will throw 10,000 euros in total, and that will go from from Friday until Sunday, and there will be teams like MTW, SGC, and oh boy, I would have to look that up. Man, I named those 4 teams over and over and over again, and now I'm brain farting. Oh well. But if all I'm trying to say is that if you guys do have the ability to come to Gamescom in Cologne, Germany, then do so. It's going to be awesome. and I will be casting. This will be my first live event or LAN event that I will be casting, and I'm looking forward to that for sure. And I will be happy to be able to say hi to a few of you guys as well. Now, Enigma and Disruptor. Disruptor has not very much. He hasn't, how do you say, convinced me as a such a strong competitive pick. Maybe just because players aren't really used to playing him appropriately in competitive games. I can imagine that that might be part of the reason. Because his skill set is actually quite versatile. The glimpse is just so annoying if you just TP in and you get sent back. The nuke is also decent. Kinetic field, though, that's the big one. Kinetic field is such a powerful skill for Disruptor. And his ultimate silences as well. So it's an AoE silence, which deals damage over time. And that's just a very, very, very nice thing to have. What I think is interesting is that Quantic go for Brewmaster in spite of that AoE silence. I'm just realizing, look at the EG combo there. Look at that. Vacuum into Black Hole and then into Kinetic Field, or vice versa. Go for Vacuum into Kinetic Field into Black Hole. Anything really is going to be huge. So EG is really going for some sick ass team fight. They should now grab up a Sand King and a Tide Hunter, or a Jakiro and a Jakiro.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright, second ban phase, first ban for EG. We are... The first game was played on the EU server, the second game was played on the US server, and the third game will be played on one of the two, whichever had the better pings overall. So the best server. And that one was probably going to be US East. So I'm just going to assume that we're playing on US East here again. At any rate, though,
Dire team ban.
in the second ban phase we have Stone Spirit now taken out. So one strong solo mid hero. And what Quantic want to get rid of right now is powerful support heroes with good teamfight ultimates, such as that Venomancer, Poison Nova. It would be such a detriment for them if they were to get Poison Nova and then held in place with Disruptor and Enigma with another hero just pounding away on them.
Dire team pick.
Oh. Nature's Prophet has been in the pool the entire time. Another last ban is TA for EG. So you can see the fatigue is slowly kicking in with me as well. I completely forgot about Nature's Prophet being in the pool the whole time. Now he's banned out, so we won't see him anymore. That would have been a sick pick. And EG now first pick, second pick phase.
10 seconds remaining.
They need some sort of a carry, I guess.
5 seconds remaining.
They've got a long lane solo, they got a jungler,
Reserve time.
they got a support in Disruptor. So what they need is a carry and a solo mid hero. Beastmaster would be okay, maybe to focus down Brewmaster before he's able to get big and get his ultimates out. Alright, and it's gonna be a Tiny. That's an unconventional pick, I guess. A Tiny pick, so that will probably be their mid-solo hero. Or maybe Disruptor will be there to help them out a bit, but they still need one more hero for either the short lane or the middle lane. Windrunner is still in the pool, so I think Quantic might be thinking of picking her up right now, because they actually value her quite highly. Judging from the ban that they prioritized Windrunner last game in banning her out.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And instead they're going to go for Shadow Demon, so they want the disruption on their side of the field to be able to basically take out an enemy to go initiate onto them, because again we have that strong combination of Leshrac Shadow Demon now on Quantic's side, but it's also a very good defensive skill, so there will be an afflicted hero if Tiny blinks in to go and initiate, and that's usually the tactic that you go for with the Tiny. You jump in and you focus down one hero, and he doesn't even need to die. All you want to do is force a reaction out of the enemy. You want to either you want to be able to burst down here to kill him quickly, which will be the best case scenario, but the biggest thing with the tiny blinking into the avalanche toss combination is that your enemies will come to try and help out the afflicted target, and that will set up the combination of a Darkseer, Disruptor, Enigma, and that is the big danger. The tiny's not there because he's like, he can kill the strongest hero. He's there so he can force a reaction on the enemy, so that Darkseer, Enigma, and Disruptor can do their big wombo combo thing. The last pick that's now coming up, that's gonna determine their playstyle. Even an anti-mage with a Battle Fury could make good use of all those tightly packed together heroes if the combination gets used perfectly. Combine that with a Mana Burn ultimate, it would be quite powerful, but that's just too much utopia, I guess, in my mind, to think that it will go exactly like that, Darkseer, Enigma, and Disruptor will get their combination off perfectly, so they go for Crystal Maiden. And it looks very much like a mid-game lineup from EG. The last pick is Bounty Hunter for Team Quantic, so a hero that can basically can weigh down your team, because if he gets killed a bunch of times, then he's just too weak to contribute to the fight. But due to the bonus gold from track and the bonus movement speed, he can actually contribute a lot, and is also a high reward type of hero, just because he's able to get a big goal advantage for his team, or close the gap of an enemy goal advantage, and also, you know, give vision of enemy heroes. The nice thing about this type of stuff is I thought oh, I spoke some German. That is a first time thing for myself. I'm just being really fatigued. Having track on your team is basically going to be extremely important against the EG lineup, simply because you want to be able to keep tabs on where your enemy is at with their positioning, what they're going to be trying to do, and where they might be looking for an opening. Mikey now finally changed his name as well, so it's nice to see that. And this is going to be the third and final game, guys. So it's going to be Fear on Tiny, Boba on Disruptor, Demon on Darkseer, Universe on Crystal Maiden. So the only one that's missing is Melk, and who's the last hero? It's Enigma. So Melk will be playing Enigma once more. Whereas on the Radiant side, we'll have Panicle on Brewmaster, Korok on Bounty Hunter, Brax on Rubik, Mikey on Leshrac, and Matrim on Shadow Demon. It is very tough to call which team has the advantage from now on, because both teams have their ups and downs. If it comes to like long and drawn out team fights, then I would give the upper hand to Quantic, simply because they have a Brewmaster and a Bounty Hunter. But EG always have that potential big team fight combination that could come out of them. I mean, the thing is too that the sheer presence of such a skill set from EG will make Quantic move in a very defensive way when it comes to engagements. And even that type of movement, that might even force them into a spot that they don't actually want to be in. And even without EG doing anything, it's just Quantic thinking about the possibility of getting caught out of position that will force them to maybe make some misplays. So pressure on both teams, that's for sure, because we have 1-1 situation right now. This is the last and deciding game. EG have the pressure of having to pull off the perfect combination, basically. But even if they don't, it's still a powerful skill set. Disruptor with just his ultimate and the kinetic field still wrecks some havoc, sets up other skills. So it's not. It's like it's a more forgiving type of wombo combo lineup, but there's still pressure on them from that regard. And Quantic are pressured because they have to be able to fight around that type of teamfight power and not mess up with their positioning all too much. While we're paused, just gonna do a quick technical check. And the game is being resumed. So here we are, guys. Game 3, Quantic against
Prepare
EG.
for battle.
Look at that courier. He's ready for battle. So one thing we haven't seen in all the games is some early game, like level 1 teamfight clashes in like the Radiant Woods. Alright, Demon's gonna be accompanying Universe to do some warding, and this might be some action. We might see a First Blood Crystal Maiden or something like that. Shadow Demon is here. Okay, they just move themselves up to here, place the ward, and then get the frick back. If we go into the dire vision right now, this is what they can see just because of this ward. The vision goes all the way over here.
30
So during
seconds
daytime,
to
it's
battle.
actually a really big... It's like across the whole screen, this vision. So it would be looking like this if they were to remove off that tree. And that is it when it comes to wards. Now one gets placed from Korok up here. They want to make a life hell for Enigma. And he is going all out jungle, as you can see with the clarities. And the pings are going on. It's going to be a tri-lane on bottom lane. Painted Gold, man, that's going to be such a crazy ass tri-lane for Demon. Even with Darkseer, I don't think he's going to be able to do so much against the Leshrac, Shadow Demon, Brewmaster combination. Middle lane, Rubik. And Korok long lane solo. He's going to be going up against Crystal Maiden, Disruptor, and Tiny, by the looks of it. No, Disruptor solo mid. So dual lane top with Merc in the woods. And it's actually not going to be a tri-lane on bottom lane. We have Matrim now helping out in the middle lane against Disruptor. They realize that there's a solo Darkseer on the long lane. And that they're not going to be able to burst him down, I guess, with the combination of Disruption. But maybe in the middle lane, Disruptor, Painted Gold is waiting for it. There goes the nuke. They're just going to harass him down. They can do this over and over and over again. Already down to half HP. He's probably going to use a Self and or Tangos. Top lane, Milk found himself some good farming spots. Korok is there though, doing some decent damage, goes invisible. He shouldn't go for this though. And Boba and Million has to be very careful. Painted Gold. Once they get some higher levels on their nukes, especially with the Soul Catcher, they can burst him down before he's able to do anything about it. And even with the Surge hang to the bottom rune, he's going to find himself that regen. And he will leave it to Disruptor.
That feels better.
Korok has actually made it his life's work now to just go and make a life living hell for Milk. And he's even coming back for him now. Bottom lane. Mikey anticipating his movement. Oh, and Demon might be in big trouble. There's the telekinesis. He does have the surge left. Stun, chaining it off, and into the edict. Demon might be in trouble. He has to run back into that way. Tries to juke around a little bit. And he might be in he is in ginormous amounts of trouble. Tries to surge himself away, but the last hit goes to Rubik. The auto attack damage is enough. First blood.
I came here to be tested.
Goes to Brax. On Rubik. Look at Fear's last hits. 19 to 12. 13. Boba only has one. So there you can see the pressure that he's playing under. And there goes the disruption. He's going to fight for a good place for a Soul Catcher, but probably Painted Gold just said, no, don't go for it. I'm down to 340 HP. Don't want to rush anything. Top lane right now, Korok is in trouble, gets bursted down to good combination from Fear and Universe. So that was an avalanche toss. Crystal Nova that killed Korok. He's already back up on top.
Illusion.
Demon only 3 last hits, whereas Rubik is up to 18. So if Fear continues like this, we're going to see a very, very fast Blink Dagger on him. He already has his power treads up, and now they might go on Boba. Matcham does not have the mana for the disruption though, and ideally he would want mana for his Soul Catcher as well. Mark already has his Soul Ring though, so he has level 2 Malefice and he could go for it too, but he doesn't want to waste any mana. He's just gonna have to go back and heal up. If he would have gone to heal up and go back, he might as well have used that freaking Malefice.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And as you can see, Bulba in the middle lane just has to hang back so far, because that very powerful combination of Shadow Demon and Brewmaster. They're in mid.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Korok has been losing a lot of XP
Dire's
on his lane. He's only sitting on almost level 3. Fear already up to 6. Bottom tier 1 down to half HP. Brought to you by level 3 Edict. And that's the thing about it, man. If Tiny is such a hero, once he gets his Blink Dagger, there really isn't that much of items that you can still get. Like, that's like one ginormous burst of effectivity that he gets. Tier 1 bottom drops with a Shrek, so way faster than anticipated. And after that you can get like a Aghanim Scepter to push towers down faster and things like that. But Tiny will always be that type of jumping in and avalanche tossing heroes and or creep wave type of hero. And also being able to like burst down towers in a significant amount of time, like in a quick amount of time. Before that, Aghanim's buff was nerfed. He was so big, and now they're going to initiate on him on top. Telekis into a stun. Korok is there, going to throw at everything, but he's quite tanky with his power treads. Man, Brax in big trouble, so is Korok. Finally, Tiny goes down to Mikey, but 3 low HP heroes. Universe also goes down. Look at those 3 low HP heroes. Melk could have just continued just auto-attacking them, but now the nuke goes out. Korok going in. He doesn't have mana for the Shuriken Toss, and Melk has to back the frick up. But look at those 3 low HP heroes. This must be so painful for EG to watch. Korok's gonna go for the hunt, hoping that Melk will show himself somewhere around here. Instead, he will just hang around underneath the tier 1 tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Meantime, though, Demon found himself some space on the bottom lane. We'll see if he's gonna be able to get that last hit on the siege creep, and he is. Brax now rejoins the bottom lane. Already has arcane boots, but things are going good for him. Quantic do have the advantage so far. Big XP lead actually. They've been keeping Demon far away. He's already up to level 6 though. Let's get the hero levels. Like Crystal Maiden, Enigma and Disruptor. So their solo middle hero is only level 5. And there's that high ground ward I was talking about. Evil Genius is now going for a tower for themselves in that top tier 1. Matrim coming in for support. We need to get the creep aggro off this. Down to half HP. And Boba hates his life right now as that disruptor. He has really nothing he can do in the middle lane except for just standing around and hoping not to get caught out. If Lashrak were to rotate toward the middle lane right now, then they could get that tower. Instead though, he's on top, hanging back, just outside the vision of EG, not showing himself.
Radiant's bottom tower
Now he was
is under
shortly
attack.
spottable by that sentry ward. Ping is going from Quantic, they want to group up. Now they will find Korok, he does know about that sentry ward. There goes that Frostbite, Malk is coming in as well, he is on level 6. He does get disrupted though, Mikey's here as well. You gotta be careful for the black hole, look at Malk going aggressively. And Korok actually survives this. You know, 3 heroes are there, ultimate from Shadow Demon used on Malk, he gets tossed back, he will try to turn around and go for the black hole, but to no avail, he does drop immediately. Brax gets killed, but from the back end of play, Pain comes in with an ultimate. 2 heroes already down for AG, and now they're chasing after Fear. They're going to dive him underneath the tower, and he's going to drop for sure. Down he goes. 3 for 1, double kill for Brewmaster. The perfect time for Pain and Gold to show up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Korok barely makes it out of the telekinesis. Bulba barely dodges the stun in return, and he's in big trouble. He doesn't have anything. Support to come in, and the boys from Quantic have to back out. The Nuke from Universe gets 1 kill. A second kill goes to Disruptor. Then Leshrac drops, but that's absolutely not worth it for Quantic. Is Matcham going to get out? Malk is going to find him and doesn't get the Malphus out. Great TP from our main man Matcham here. The death of Fear really didn't help him out, and what the frick? Pain and Gold just runs into his death. Probably completely underestimating the type of damage that the Toss Avalanche combo deals in the early stages of the game. I mean, it always deals basically the same amount of damage, but in early stages of the game, that will kill you faster, I guess. Glimpse right back, but Disruption is there. Fear doesn't have mana for his combination either, so weird move by Bulba. Eats the ultimate from Shadow Demon. And Glimpse is actually on level 2, and Kinetic Field only on level 1, so it takes it's only a 2.5 second duration. Painted Gold is here too. Look at the dire vision. Oh man, Disruption onto Tiny. Look at that Leshrac stun come off, and the Soul Catcher. Look at him drop so quickly. Ultimate use from Bulba onto nothing at all. Malchus here though with the TP doesn't get into range for the Malphus, and they just lose Tiny, their most important hero at the moment. He still doesn't have a Blink Dagger up, and that might be a big clutch for them later on. Man, Demon has been left all by himself on the bottom lane. Now he's up to level 9. Middle lane Enigma drops though. Sorry. Just because I was looking at Demon. And he has completed a headdress as well as what appears to be a hood. He needs one more item for it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Oh man, Bounty Hunter dropped in the middle lane. Crystal Man drops right afterwards. Fear now getting caught out once more. He's in the middle of it. He uses his stick charges. The toss is going to get enough damage, but the last hit does indeed go to Rubik. The Pandas are now waiting for Demon to come in. He now joins the team fight up to level 9. Look at the burst damage. He dies immediately. There's nothing he can do about it. He's up to level 9. Painted Gold now. He might be the sacrificial lamb for the tower. Gets the last hit. The gold gets split. But Quantic still looking incredibly strong. 12 to 7 now the kill score. Look at that gold advantage coming way back up now. 2 sets for Arcane Boots up for the Radiant already. Staff of Wizardry on Rubik. Almost a Drum of Endurance on Painted Gold, but he just dropped, so he's set back from that. Merc is desperately looking to get that mech completed, so he needs 450 gold for that. And Darkseer just dropped. He's on level 9, no level in Ultimate. And he has like a big collection of WTF types of items before he gets that hood completed into a pipe. And Korok's doing a good job of keeping his ultimate on some of the heroes. EG, all 5 of them in the middle lane. They want to go for this. The creep gets tossed in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rubik stole that toss. And EG really want this tower, but Quantic really want to defend it. They still have a glyph left. And EG now back out. Brax looking for the tech. He gets caught onto him. He gets tossed back. And into a black hole. That's that combination from EG. They kill 3 heroes instantly. There you go, guys. A perfect initiation, a perfect turnaround from EG. Painted Gold also on the run back. He doesn't have an ultimate. Gets glimpsed back in. And there's that a wombo combo from EG coming to fruition. Man, that happened so fast. Just a very good reaction for Boba, throwing down the kinetic field, throwing down the ultimate, silencing everything in the vicinity in the max strike. Alright guys, I'm just gonna ulti now. Perfect play. Darkseer. Vacuum was right on it as well. And now they get the tier 1 tower, goes to Tiny. So now he's only 500 gold away from his Blink Dagger, and it looked a lot worse for him earlier on. But 12-12 for the kill score, the gold graph should take a big leap down. Bugged XP graph, but we can say EG is back in the game, that is for sure.
Dire's top tower
There's
is
that
under
mech.
attack.
No mech for Quantic. We'll see if they're gonna go for it. They certainly should. Demon probably farming somewhere, he just needs to get some gold going. Chasing after Korok. Oh man, what a great play from EG. They get the kill on Korok. Demon pulls him back, knowing that he must be there somewhere in Visible Universe, goes for the Dust of Appearance, and they catch him in it. And immediately burst him down. EG taking now the lead in the kill score department, and Quantic are probably aware of this, that EG just won a ginormous team fight, took a tower, and now caught Korok out. They gotta make something happen. EG know where Quantic's at though. We'll see if they're gonna try to take this tier 2 quickly. And then we'll see EG's reaction. They don't have the black hole from Enigma, and that's the big thing right there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, there's that third demon looking for the opening. Korok is back in here though. Glimpse into a very, very nice vacuum into an ultimate from Disruptor, killing Leshrac instantly. Now Quantic not so sure what they want to do. They back out, but the ultimate from Panda does kind of give them an incentive to go back in. But the Earth Panda is the only one surviving. Now wears off Painted Gold. He will now get focused down. He gets stuck outside of the kinetic field. The burst damage is there. Fear throws everything he has at him, and yes, there we go. The last hit goes to Disruptor. A toss of something out there. Universe looking for the range of the nuke, but
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
oh, he's looking for the glimpse, I guess, and he does get it as well. Look at that ginormous range. I guess that's the thing. They want to chase,
Top tower is under attack.
and they get the kill. EG is taking control of this game, guys. EG is taking control of this game.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Not even a Blink Dagger attempted by Fear. He's just going to go straight for the Aghanim Scepter. They want to finish the game, I guess. Man, I do have to check out that glimpse range. It must be ginormous. Yeah, it is huge. Look at that glimpse range. It's a perfect tool for chasing. And we saw Crystal Maiden already turning around, thinking that, you know, we don't get that kill, but Boba's like, I got this, guys. Chill out. And look at Korok. Only has Urn of Shadows and a Poor Man's Shield and a Magic Wand. 870 HP, 82 damage. And he's on level 8. He might be one of the lowest level hero on the map. He is the lowest level hero on the map. A bounty hunter. EG is also smoked up. They're going to look for something big. They need Demon though. They need that Joker to set up the positioning of the enemy heroes. Bulba is so quick with those phase boots. And he's gonna find Mikey too. The pings are going out. There we go. Kinetic field is up, and he's trapped. Stun misses from Mikey. Universe throws out his nuke turn. Tracks out, so giving Mikey some bonus movement speed, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The burst damage is there. 3 heroes from EG claim the kill on Leshrac. Korok can do nothing but hide. And EG are going to force the issue now. Oh man, Malk, he's gonna get focused down perhaps. He turns around, goes to the black hole, only catches Painted Gold, gets disrupted immediately, pull back into kinetic field, into a silence from Disruptor. Painted Gold drops. 2 heroes now dead for Quantic, and they're gonna continue chasing. Brax in big trouble as well. Oh, look at that damage on him. He does drop. 3 heroes already dead now for Quantic, and EG turn around. Unstoppable streak on Disruptor. Bulba doing a very good job on him. He's now getting his revenge after having a very, very bad lane in mid. And even glimpsing back a hero. Barely missing though. The thing about Glimpse is too that it's such a versatile skill, and pro players and us players, normal players alike, will have to learn how to utilize this very, very versatile skill. For example, what I just thought was that if you had Disruptor here and Tiny here, and both of you back out to over here, but you know that someone is hanging back, then you can just glimpse your ally, and he'll just and Tiny will go right back to the position we started out at, and you know, the enemy will not be ready for that type of action. Oh, now Painted Gold is going to get caught out. He has to be careful not to get silenced and stunned up. Finally uses ultimate, but the smoke is used from EG, just abusing the mechanics of the current Dota 2 game. Now Fear would wish that he has a Blink Dagger, but the stun does land. Fear gets tossed onto Matchroom, and the damage is there. Third stun going to hit, and the auto attack from Tiny gets last hit on Shadow Demon. 20-12 is where we're at, guys. Now it's time for Roshan. This is looking very good for EG so far. So Malk will soon have his BKB. He needs about 600 gold more. Aeon Scepter is completed on Tiny, so he will do some 6 splash damage, some bonus damage to buildings. Darkseer needs some more HP. And Disruptor has played a tremendous game. An immediate smoke use now from EG as well. So they mean business right now. They want to go for the top tier 2. Korok and Mikey desperately trying to get some farm back. Oh, the toss. I can see the toss. Korok is caught out. There's nothing you can do about this. The vacuum, not able to pull Korok back up to the high ground though. So EG are just derping around in the Radiant Forest. They gotta make something happen. The top tier 2 from them is being pressured. They wanna at least put some pressure on the bottom tier 2 in turn. And Brax is being ballsy.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Going for the top tier 2.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Support TP coming into the top.
Tower is under attack.
So neither tower gets claimed, but the top tier 2 is getting the worst end of it. Brax gonna run into Bulba, but we're gonna find the illusion rune. Matchroom gonna look for it. He's trying to go for it. That was the most buggy and longest disruptor I've ever seen. Well, I guess the cast was already happening within range. Then he forced to have himself up, but the animation was already going. So Dota 2 engine didn't care and disrupted him anyway. Probably isn't a bug. So right now is the phase of map control. We can see EG having left behind a bunch of traces from where they pushed in. They got a good 4 minutes left on this ward up here. So they should abuse that vision to maybe go for a smoke gank or push the bottom tower. We have a gem up on Crystal Maiden out of all heroes. Melk needs 800 gold and then he'll have his BKB. Darkseer is going for an Aghanim Scepter for that 140% output damage of the enemy illusions, which is ridiculous. And there we go, EG now going in to get themselves the bottom tier 2 from Quantic. And in the long run, they do want to win this game. Go 2-1 against Quantic for the defense. And there we go. They get it uncontestedly. Tiny gets the last hit. And Quantic not sure about what they want to do at this stage. I mean, Painted Gold already has a Blink Dagger up, and he's looking okay in terms of farm, but the rest of his team's just hanging behind too far. They're lagging behind. Leshrac going for a Force Staff, and he still hasn't still does not have that completed. And Bounty Hunter just really wants to get that BKB done. Oh, Matrim gets glimpsed back into EG territory. Bulba force-stacking stuff after him, going for some blockage of Shadow Demon. He goes for the disruption, but Melk is there in range for the Malefice, and Matrim gets tossed up, gets killed by Tiny, and now I think EG is gonna go for it. Glimpse, what a skill! Glimpse is the new disruption.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Remember, guys, before that Aghanim Scepter from Tiny got nerfed, how what ridiculous amounts of damage he did to buildings? He could like 5 hit a tier 3 tower all by himself. And I think 5 hits is even very generously said. I hope somebody has like some type of footage of that, because we'll never see that type of shit happen again. Oh man, Quantic is moving in toward the top. You gotta be careful. Toss from Demon onto everybody. Glimpse back onto Korok. Do they have the true side? Yes, there's that gem on Crystal Maiden. Actually, not anymore on Crystal Maiden. Ultimate is used. The big team fight breaks loose. The ultimate from many heroes are out. Melk tries to get himself the position for a black hole. BKB used. Tries to find the opening. He will have to deal with just these 2 heroes. He actually only gets Matrim, but he's gonna drop for sure. Already 2 heroes dead from Quantic. This is now the 3rd. Leshrac trying to run away. The Urn is on him. He's going to survive this. But 3 heroes down for Quantic, and the last outer tower is going to drop to EG now as well. Lineup proves to be extremely powerful.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And the glyph is now used.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Mech is used, Kinetic Field is up, Force Staff out for Brax. Force Staff is a good counter to Kinetic Field, but there he goes right back in through the glimpse. Buyback used from him, Disruption used from Matrim. He's trying to go and make something happen, but Mikey is already on the run back and does get focused down. He's unable to get away. Now his focus switches onto Matrim. He tries to get away. Fear actually might have overextended right there. He will lose his life, but he will be right back with an Aegis. It take a while to kill him actually. All the EG boys are back out. Demon in big trouble as well. But the top melee barracks fell. And actually now blinking from Painted Gold. These 2 stragglers might get caught. Fear rejoins his homies though. And now EG really ought to go back. Telekinesis used on Fear, gets slowed down. Kinetic Field is up, holding Pain in place, and he's silenced up as well from the ultimate from Disruptor and goes down. Immediately tossing Bulba into the enemy base. So they get a kill on Rubik as well. Man, what a lineup from EG. What a good hero composition.
Scour.
Korok, he wants a chicken. The haste just wore off. Let's see if the Janata works on a chick. Is he gonna slow it down?
Dire's courier
Yes.
has been killed.
I guess it will just kill it. Now Korok will try to TP himself away. And dies to Tiny. How so? Oh, that avalanche, I guess, yeah. Alright, Darkseer now picked up that gem from Crystal Maiden. He has the pipe completed. He almost has his Agnum Scepter. Needs about double the gold he has right now. Mark with a black hole. Alright, Demon on bottom lane just hanging around. Might have... yeah, there we go. He might have been a little bit too cocky there. Now the Surge stolen. Oh man, he's been baiting the entire time. Universe is here, and so is Tiny. They wanted to get the kill on Demon though. He tries to run away, and Universe is blocking him a little bit there. Mech gets used from Melk though. Fear now on the run back. All to use from Panda. Melk is in the air. Oh, the silence is up from Disruptor, and the black hole from Melk. It catches 2 or 3 heroes even. It's 2 heroes. The Panda has not been affected because he is basically his ultimate form, and he was basically out of range. And down goes Quantic. The game goes to EG. Quantic calls it a game. They surrender to this superior lineup from EG. And what a lineup it was, guys.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
And now AG is just gonna go for the road to victory. I guess they do want to get some... Penny Gold is having his fun here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Here's fear in your eyes.
Radiant's ancient is under attack. Dire.
Alright, that's the one we've been waiting for. EG go 2-1 against Quantic in the defense. Advance to the next round. Quantic gets thrown down.
Invisibility.
Invisibility. That is it for now, guys. Here I am. Thanks for tuning in again. My name is Epi. Check out epicommentary.com. Subscribe to my YouTube. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. None of you are going to do any of the things I just said, but that's fine. Stay tuned, guys, because I'm going to do some viewer game. After this, we're going to give ourselves a quick bite to eat. So if you want to join us in a game of Dota 2, then hang in there. I'll be right back. Again, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all hopefully in the near future.
I said good day, sir!